Today we're going to be doing our second set of notes, 1.2 measuring motion. Ideally, we would have 3 colors to use today. We'll definitely have some color coding, some making big connections between things. If you have 3 colors you can use, great. If not to worry about it. You'll be able to just kind of pay attention, use our color coding to make those connections. So I'm going to start just grabbing one of the colors to make our heading. Again, if we have a heading that we like to look at that stands out, it's easier for us to find these notes to actually use as a resource. So first unit, second part, measuring motion. Our first part was describing motion. So in doing our notes, we're going to be following, keeping things in order, a certain format. The format is important for organizing information. When you do your own notes, you'll want to follow the same thing. So our first big idea is going to go far over to the left. I like to do this little star thing. You could do any, like a dash, a line, a number, a letter, a dot, whatever you prefer for your bullet point. And our first heading is speed. So this is what we've started to talk about. This is what we've been starting to measure and to calculate. Speed makes up a big portion of physics. This is setting a groundwork and a framework that we'll build upon and use all year long. Speed is defined as the distance covered over time. So the idea is, how far are you going over a set amount of time? If you are going 60 miles per hour, you're going faster than you would be if you're going 25 miles per hour. At 60 miles per hour, you're going to travel 60 miles in 1 hour. You're going to get there faster. There we go. That looks a little better. If you were traveling 25 miles per hour, you're only going 25 miles in the time of 1 hour. You're getting somewhere slower because you're covering less space. The equation that we started to use, but we're going to formally copy down, define, organize, is speed equals distance divided by time. This is an equation that we will come to over and over and over again. And some of these things should seem similar. In our first set of notes, 1.1 describing motion, we had that list of variables and units, and we had listed some of the units that you might use for these. We're going to review that. So all of the bullet points I have here are indented because they fall under the category of speed. Let's just copy down a couple units that we're going to be using a lot. And in particular, we want to match these up. So our units for speed, distance, and time. Just turn this into a little table. There we go. So we're going to start in the middle with distance. If we have the unit meters, and the abbreviation is M, and a time unit of seconds, abbreviation S, our speed unit will be meters per second, M/S. So that tells us how many meters are you traveling every second that goes by. We're going to do 2 more just really common ones, though you can combine any distance and time unit. But another common one are kilometers. A kilometer is 1,000 meters, so it's a really big unit. km. And typically, we'll measure kilometers over the span of an hour. So if you have a distance unit of kilometers, a time unit of hours, This would become km-h, kilometers per hour. And then if we use our traditional American unit, miles, which is mi, can't be m, that's already taken. We typically, again, talk about miles per hour. That's how we measure our speed. It would look mi-h, miles per hour. So the hard part is sometimes matching things up, kind of knowing what number goes where in the equation. That's where our three colors are going to come in. We're just going to do a little color coding. I'm going to grab my green, and in my equation up here, I'm going to highlight speed. In my units section, I'm going to highlight speed again. So when I'm glancing at this, I know if I'm calculating speed in an equation, my final answer is going to have some type of unit that looks like this. I'm going to grab yellow and highlight distance. If a problem is talking to me about a distance, 10 meters, 20 kilometers, 50 miles, I'm going to look for some type of unit that's like this. And then lastly, time. I'm highlighting in pink in our equation. In our equation, if we see something talking about time, seconds, hours, minutes, days, I'm going to pull in something that has a unit like this. As we go through two examples, we're going to come back to our highlighting to help keep things organized. And even when working on your computers, you can go through and you can highlight. You can click and drag the text, highlight it so you can follow along like this. Our new section are going to be for examples. We're going to do two examples. We've already dealt with some of these. When we did activity B of the Gizmo Lab measuring motion, we calculated the speed for each animal. We did distance divided by time, that gave us the speed. So I'm going to indent again, because I'm going to have two examples that are under the heading examples, so I indented. Let's say if a cheetah runs 10 meters in 2 seconds, what is its speed? Now, before you whine, do we need to copy this? I don't know why people always have a problem with copying the examples. Yes, you do. This is an example that is similar to ones that you may have in a future assignment, in a future lab, something that you may have in a future quiz or test. You want to be able to look back to this example that looks similar to model what to do. So before we start, let's see, the question is asking me for speed. I'm going to underline that. So that means I need an equation for speed. I'm going to copy it here. Even though it feels like a lot of work to copy down the equation again and again, it prevents you from making mistakes. The 10 seconds it has taken me to talk and write down this equation is way less time than it will take you to redo a problem in case you got it wrong. So this is where you could get a little frazzled. You know, it's a word problem. We all hate word problems. There's numbers, there's units. It's all just kind of embedded inside. That's when we are going to take out our color coding. So let's see. In my equation, it's asking for speed. So far this is matching here. The next thing it wants is a distance unit or a distance measurement. So let me look in the problem and find the distance data. I know distance might be meters, kilometers, or miles. The cheetah runs 10 meters. Up here's our distance. Then the final part of my equation is time. I like to highlight time in pink. So let's go back. Let's find the time in the problem. If a cheetah runs 10 meters in 2 seconds, seconds. So 2 seconds is my time. What is its speed? So now we're just kind of looking and matching and plugging things in. In our problem, we're going to match the yellows, we're going to match the pinks. We can't match the green because we don't know it. It's what we're solving for. So speed equals our distance. I can see the yellows match here. I'm going to copy this down. 10 meters divided by, and our pink time matches here. 2 seconds. So then we're kind of just left with the math. Now we're trying to figure out the speed. And I highlight in green just to keep it kind of consistent and neat. 10 meters divided by 2 seconds. 10 divided by 2 is 5. If I have meters and seconds as my units, I have a speed unit of meters per second. When you're doing these problems, you do it in 2 parts. The first part is worrying about the numbers, 10 divided by 2. The second part is worrying about the unit, meters per second. So here's one straightforward example. Let's look at one more. I'm going to skip a space just so that it's not kind of crammed together. This is the second example, so I want it lined up here. If a dog runs 6 meters in 3 seconds, what is its speed? So I see a word problem, start to get frazzled. I calm down and I ask myself, all right, what is it asking? What is its speed? So I underline it. That means we're trying to figure out speed. We need the speed equation. I see it up here under my speed heading. Here's the equation. I'm going to copy it down. Speed equals distance divided by time. Again, that took 5-10 seconds. I'm going to go in and highlight this just to make it easier for me to match up the numbers. So speed is what we're solving for. Distance, I'm going to put in yellow, and now let's go back into the word problem and find our distance. If a dog runs 6 meters, again, meters is one of those units that we know is a distance unit. It's in our yellow column. So I'm going to highlight 6 meters in yellow. The next part that we need to be able to match up is time. So I'm just working through the equation, color coding it, and matching it with the problem. Speed equals distance divided by time. So let's find in our word problem the time unit and highlight it in pink. If a dog runs 6 meters in 3 seconds, seconds is one of those time units we're familiar with. We're going to highlight 3 seconds in pink. What is its speed? Now we just have to plug it in. Speed equals my distance, and I match it with the yellow, 6 meters. Copy that, divided by my pink time. I match it up there, 3 seconds. So I plugged in my data from the word problem into my equation. Sounds fancy, but it is not. This was quite simple. We just take our time, use the color coding to keep it organized. So speed equals, and here's my final answer, what I'm solving for. We do it in 2 parts. First, you deal with the numbers.